Love you guys.
Yeah.
Tubbs is delicious.
It's delicious. Yes, it is.
I think
Tubbs is good.
We all drinking Tubbs, right?
What are you
Yes.
drinking?
Full Grown Jack,
Okay.
Jerry.
I'm drinking National Standard from Tubbs.
Nice. What you got? DDH?
14, yeah.
Yeah. This guy's Hayes Bro. But anyway, guys, so this is not a Beer Weekend Update episode. It's a Thanksgiving special episode. I'm here hanging out with Jerry Rich. I said Jerry Richards pointing on the dog. Jerry Richards on my left. And
Dominique Richard.
Dominique Richard on my right, the owner of False Idol. So I wanted to do this video because I love Intrinsic, and Carrie was kind enough to give us a bunch of beers to try for a Beer Weekend Update. But I was like, you know what? Since it's Thanksgiving, in the spirit of sharing, I want to share with my friends. So we're gonna drink all these Intrinsic beers, plus a special False Idol beer for the end, and then just talk about Thanksgiving and what we're thankful for the beer year. So quick, fun video for Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are having a great holiday with your friends and family. Who travel and be safe. I hope you got there safely.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, 2019 has been a very interesting year for Dallas Beer Talk. And I know talking to you guys off air has been interesting for you guys as well.
Yeah.
But I'm still thankful for 2019. It's been a lot of good up and downs, and I felt like I learned a lot about myself and about the beer community, and I like it, man.
It's been good. It's been good. I mean, I think there has been a lot to learn. I finally got back into podcasting.
Yeah, super excited.
After a little break, yeah. So, and I've been talking about that for a while, so it's kind of good to get back into it and feel it out again. So, yeah.
I love I haven't listened to the last one, but I know it's going to be fun because it's all about when you did the bottle share, you're doing impromptu interviews.
Yes.
And depending where you call some people, might be sober, might be a little bit not, but.
In fact, you sang for us.
I tried to. I couldn't remember the name of my song that I was driving on the way. I was listening to. God, I can't remember right now. I gotta listen to the podcast. I think Rhythm of the Night or another one. But I was listening to a lot of like house music or disco music as well. I was jamming to on the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to get my energy up because my energy was real down when I left the house. Yeah, trying to get disco gets my energy up. So
yeah, it's
hope you guys
fun.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah,
singing
episode 14.
on that area, singing. And then I know False Idols had its ups and downs this year as well.
I think 2018's been overall a good year.
Yeah.
Came into the year knowing we needed to build the brand and grow it. I think at the point we were like, I can only give away so much merch, sell so much merch, talk about the brand so much, that we needed liquid. So we made the goal to make liquid happen. So we've had 2 beers release. We're actually going to have 3 that's going to release this year.
Nice.
Well, to distro, we've actually
made quite a few beers that we tried.
I was updating our
festivals.
website today, and I was like, we made like 12.
Yeah.
Festivals and certain things, and just Luckapalooza, Dallas Observer, Nitex Beer Fest, and collabs. I don't count the collabs as our own, but we've done 2 collabs as well. So I mean, as a total of False Idol beers that we've had in market that were accessible at one point in 2019, like 14 beers, which I'm proud of. I think we're not open. We're still trying to open. And
I'm excited.
I think that's an achievement in its own, and
It is.
we're trying to make things happen and not worry about anything else.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are one of the main reasons why 2019 was a good year. You know?
Indeed. I love the marketing that False Idols put out there. And it's just gone that much further once the liquids were in the market too.
Yeah.
So the liquids just help to continue to push the brand, so it's great.
It's an everyday battle. It's like, what am I going to post today? I was like, well, we don't have any beer, so I think it's something interesting.
Yeah.
I've done research on just everything. It's all over the place.
It is very interesting, especially when you look at professional articles about posting and the various of what people say, which you should post and when to post it. Is very interesting.
Sure.
I don't follow any of you. If you guys follow Dallas Beer Talk, if you watch this, you definitely follow Dallas Beer Talk. But I post so infrequent. Sometimes I post a lot in one day, and then I go about a week without posting. It's very interesting. But I do appreciate everybody who follows us. Thank you so much.
You have a variety of videos that they can catch either on IGTV or on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you kind of have content that's going on, and it's longer form content. So I think it's okay that you don't post every single day, because when you do post, they're like a longer form. Sometimes you may have like a minute or two. Sometimes it may be 10 minutes or more.
Yeah.
So
The key that I always learned was be consistent. It doesn't matter if you're posting every day or once a week or once a month. It just has to be consistent, and they have to know when to expect it. That's the difference of what we do, essentially.
This is true.
There's a formula for everybody, and yeah, social media is interesting. I mean, we've been posting I try to do Monday through Friday. If I can't do Monday through Friday, I try to do at least three days a week.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be something
Engaging.
That's the hard part. But like, involve the brewery, involve the customers, and if there is a product, involve the product. That's always, I try to do all three.
Yeah, that sounds way more difficult than I feel like I speak for myself. I won't speak for you, Jerry, but I feel like we just post stuff that I have fun with. Like if it's a beer or a show that we did, or like a bottle share, which that video will be dropping finally.
Products and people.
Yeah,
Because
fun.
all NTX beer had been for a long time was just products, and just specifically North Texas beer products, which is interesting because even for people who are based here, most times they'll drink beer from all over the place, and I do too.
Yeah.
But the channel was really made to highlight beer from here, and I can know to some extent that can be a little limiting from a content perspective, only because if you're especially just, people are expecting like a certain type of the look of the cans, the look of the different things like that. So I just wanted to kind of let people know about what beer was even available here, and then the events that happen and the people that are around, you know.
So not gonna lie, so like in 2014, there's a couple things I was trying to do, projects I had kind of like lined up, and one of them was essentially kind of what you're doing, and I think there's a place for it. I thought it was awesome. I thought the only one doing it was North Texas Beer Week.
Yeah.
Matt Dixon. It wasn't even called that anymore. It was something. It was a different. It was the Beer Bus.
Okay, yeah.
Like they had a website, but it was North Texas Beer Week, and it was like it wasn't really the same thing. And like they had some stuff that they were trying to do, and I was like, I always looked at it, and I was like, no, nothing against them. It was a lot of work, and I was like, I think with my expertise, like, and I think you've done a really good job. I was like, with me, I was like, I know how to run websites and certain things. I was like, I could do that, and I just know the hard part's taking the time.
Yeah.
And so me and my buddy Weston actually started a page called.
Shout out to Weston. I met him. Nice guy.
I can't really remember the name. It was like Dallas Beer Fans or something. No, it was like Dallas Beer Drinkers something.
I want to say I remember something.
Well, there was Dallas Beer Drinkers Society, which was Ben Easley's.
Okay.
Who runs Bearded Monk.
Bearded Monk, right.
We did something, and our logo was very similar to Braindead's, and we actually had it before them. We didn't really care. Like, cool. Like, great minds think alike kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And then there was two things. Like, so that was one of the things I was thinking about. This is a long time ago. You know, our industry was young at the time.
Yeah.
The other thing, talking to Sean Dorsett, me and him were drinking beers probably on Wednesdays at like 3 or 4, like just talking concepts and knowledge and what we want to do with the, you know, personal life, and then what we want to do in the beer industry, because we thought it was a really cool industry to be a part of. And,
Sure.
Yeah, facts.
the Dallas Beer Squad was the first thing. A brewery was something that we had talked about. A growler bar was something we had talked about. And the 17% drip that he's doing now was something we had kind of talked about. I think it was essentially what we originally envisioned for Dallas Beer Squad. Mm-hmm. And it just turned, that turned into more of a fun and games, fun thing. Like, people know you, but you're not really, it's hard to monetize that. And not everything's for the money, but it pays the bills.
Money's nice.
Money does pay the bills. But that's not here that I would love to have here is Sean Dorsett. He's out and about relaxing with family.
I think he just got back. Yeah, he just got back to LA from LA.
So he's relaxing and keeping it low key. But I would love to have Sean here because he's another reason why we all had a great 2019 as well. Even though he had his own ups and downs and adventures as well. Dorsett, even though he's never around all the time, he does make you feel like family and keeps you in mind and tries to look out for people. So I love Dorsett. And even though, like I was trying to say, is maybe not be directly a part of it, but he doesn't leave you out of it. He doesn't leave you
not at
excluded.
all.
And when you ever talk to, I only know Dorsett from a friendly perspective. I can only imagine if he doesn't like you. But as a friend, he always keeps you in mind and looks out for you. You know.
I think the only person I ever met or thought about that where Sean didn't like someone was the person who tried to take that beer at the first share.
At Four Corners.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he was pissed.
Sean was hot.
Yes.
I wasn't there anymore, but I heard that story.
I was there, and I was like, because it was weird because I was talking to Sean, and then Sean just sort of looked like past me, like he was looking at something. He was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And I was like, okay, what is going on? And next thing I know,
I was
so, yeah.
recording. That video never made it out of this show. I was going to put it out, but Sean said don't do it, and I didn't. But it was, yeah, so if you want to imagine, Dorsett is not a overly big man, but he's a bigger man than most.
Sure.
And he's very like a teddy bear. Like I said, it's only been friendly, and when you're his friend, he looks out for you and gives you advice and helps you. But yeah, he looked like a mama bear.
See,
When
that's gonna be
made the guy put the beer down, then pick it up and leave with it.
that's gonna be a
Yeah, it made
different
me
kind
laugh
of
because he was like,
different kind of
"Man,"
Mississippi heat.
he was like, this dude grabbed some beer out of the cooler, and when I saw what he grabbed, I was like, get the hell out of here.
Right. Right.
Prince was laughing about that. Prince was like, "Oh my god!" But
No, I think I wanted to mention him because I think I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't be where I'm at. He's a part of it, and I think growing in this industry, and I mentioned this in like what we get and talk about on our personal page. I think everyone grows together, and it's something I've been pushing for the last couple of weeks because it's something we talked about. Just it bothers me when people try to put the others down, and it's like I'm gonna get there forward before you, and it's like it doesn't matter. We're in the same industry. Everyone grows together.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's the saying is cliche, but it's very poignant for a lot of reasons. A rising tide raises all ships. You know, so you know, help each other out. And Dorsett is a perfect example of that. If you're not directly friendly with Dorsett, he's definitely influenced you in different ways. As far as influencing bottle share in the DFW market, as far as connectivity within the DFW market, he's definitely influenced that. What I love about and appreciate of and grateful for the DFW market is connection and growing together. And he's definitely one of the inspirations. If you don't know him directly, but indirectly, he's definitely a reason for that. You know,
Well, I think something tied to that. We've talked about doing one of those big shares. He said Dallas is on hold. The Dallas DFW market's on hold, and kind of part of the reason is they're waiting on us to open. So we'll probably be the DFW location for the next destination beer share.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's official yet, but it's something we've talked about.
Sure.
I'm so excited about that. As far as also being grateful, this Texas Shake from Intrinsic, it's an orange mango. Orange vanilla. I said mango. My bad. Sorry, Carrie. Not trying to put words in there, but it's orange vanilla. Sorry about that. It's very interesting. I've had the Texas Shake before. It's delicious. I'm super grateful for Intrinsic this year, 2019. In my opinion, and I've said this one too many times on this show and on multiple podcasts, I think they made a turn in late 2018. And for me, they're one of the best breweries of 2019. I might put number one as far as variety and different beers.
It's a nice orange sickle. It's that orange. It's the confect. That's what you get from the ice cream truck. You get that orange vanilla.
Creamsicle.
It's good.
The
Yeah.
creamsicle. It definitely tastes like creamsicle. Have you ever had I definitely go to Intrinsic to try the beer. But you ever get to go to a homebrew competition and you meet Perpetual Brewing? They have a creamsicle beer similar to this. A little bit more creamsicle creaming taste because you probably have making a smaller scale. You can make it more rich. Building for a brewery scale, maybe not as rich, but it's still delicious.
Yeah.
And this is good. I like it a lot.
It's good.
Sean,
very good.
so one thing I want to say, like I said, I was thankful for Intrinsic. Any breweries you're appreciative this year for? I know you a brewery yourself, but
Manhattan Project.
I
think finally, not finally. I guess say finally, like they've never been up. Like I think their beer's solid. They've come around on their own. Like I think they're getting full speed ahead, like in the market. But having their own spot's gonna be really cool. Seeing Turning Point and Celestial, like Friends and Intrinsic, like these guys develop and grow into what they are now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
The only thing in terms of the industry, like breweries, I'm thinking, that's Manhattan's probably my thankful brewery, but just seeing what the industry has become. Now it hurts, I know people that have closed, and I know people that are still opening, and people that are still open. Like, it sucks, but It's just part of the industry.
it's the market.
Three Nations, the new spot.
Oh, Gavin, Rodrigo,
I
the
am
whole
thankful
crew.
for that
Thankful
location.
for that-
Yeah.
Thankful, yes. with
I still
AC.
haven't had a chance to go, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, you
Damn
wanna
it,
go?
Jerry.
We can go this weekend.
I'd love to.
We need to go. But I'm definitely grateful for the breweries. For me, what I was saying about grateful for is just like, yeah, we had some breweries closed, but it's just the nature of the beast. People are gonna stay open, people are gonna close, and it's unfortunate.
It just makes me sad.
yeah,
I
you don't want to see no one, especially if you like somebody, them to fail, the business not be open anymore. You know, I
and
wouldn't say
even then,
fail.
it's just, yeah, I agree.
You know, so it just sucks.
Thanksgiving open.
Oh shit, they are
Wow.
open.
Yep, 3 to
3 to
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, so
So I'm gonna text Rodrigo and see if we can do something Saturday, reserve a spot, have my birthday up there.
yeah.
Yeah, do it.
But yeah. So Intrinsic, Manhattan Project, 3 Nations, Rodrigo, and all them. You know what I'm also grateful for? Jorge at Celestial Brewing, Stella Crawford.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Mr. Stella
that's a
Crawford.
win. Yeah, I forgot.
Um,
I didn't even realize that.
Uh,
That's true.
I kind of feel like he's been there forever because he's been doing so well.
No, it's just 2019,
That's awesome,
and
yeah.
I really, really appreciate him. I'm grateful for him. And, it's beautiful to see the connection him and Matt had, Molly and Myra, and the
Oh,
whole.
they work so well.
All of them work so well together. You know, it's a beautiful family thing. So, you know, Celestial is another win for me for 2019. No offense to anybody else that I'm not mentioning, but I just feel like what I'm really grateful for them, that connection, that collab together. You know,
Yeah.
Jorge's been a great addition.
Hard seltzers. I'm thankful for hard seltzers.
I am thankful for Truly and Hard Seltzers.
Are you thankful for them? Though?
I am.
Blind Lemon, we're actually financially obligated, legally obligated to say, I'm thankful for Blind Lemon this
Why are
year.
you guys being? You got paid for it? I didn't get paid for it.
We got
What?
to see Snoop Dogg live.
Blind Lemon was fun. I mean,
Jerry was my date.
it was. So
I'm
I mean
definitely-
that alone kind of made it fun, right? So, you know, Blind Lemon just kind of got just higher in my book for that one.
Oh, that was a
reason.
fun time. We smashed all the way up the front, took pictures, like recorded Snoop. Like they had go-go dancers. It was amazing, and it was unlimited Blind Lemon all day.
It was true.
Thank you for the
It's true.
invite, guys.
It was great.
It was a Sunday. You had to work.
Shout out to Truly. I did have to work. Shout out to Truly though. That's my girl.
So I'm also thankful for Martin House. Martin House.
Pickles.
Well, okay. So the best made pickle beer just was bonkers. I mean, people just were like,
People still buying
brain
there's
cases.
still
exploding.
cases. You cannot get
They're
enough
still going
of
through
that
like
beer,
220 barrels a month or something stupid like that. Yeah.
which is amazing. Again, it just speaks to Martin House is so fearless in their experimentation, and I really appreciate that.
You know, yeah.
Even
you
if
gotta
the
appreciate
beer,
it.
even if every beer does not particularly land the way they wanted to land, they're kind of like, okay, whatever. I mean, they did.
Because they release a new beer like every 2 weeks.
Was it as Azthoth, right?
With the mint
Azathoth?
one, the mint.
The mint and the menthol.
Yeah,
Nasty.
Okay, but again, it's just the fact that they experimented, and plus, I appreciated the fact that they were for the second year in a row worked with Smidox Brewing
Yeah,
for
Shorter
Shorter Porter
Porter.
to put it back into the market. So that just means a lot. Again, from any home brewing competition for a beer to be not just on tap but circulated in the market.
And then give back to the home brewer who won the competition.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out to
big.
that.
That's big. So I really appreciate that with Martin
I
House.
appreciate that too. You know. I mean, me and Martin House has a history. You know, but I shout out to them. So back to things we were thankful for. Besides 12 people, we're doing another beer from Intrinsic. Well, these other beers are from Intrinsic, but it's a fruit tart cherry limeade goza. Now I like the way they make Intrinsic makes their gozas. It's very, very. Cheers, bro. What are you doing?
I'm smelling it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, guys. Thanks for you guys. Oh, this is delicious. So do the Jerry slushy challenge. We put this in a freezer, and then get your spoon ready, and this will be a perfect slushy. California. No, this is the fruit tart.
Yeah,
tart.
it was good. It's and you can taste the cherry and the lime. They did a very good job on that.
That's a great beer.
In fact, this will make a very nice mixer.
Freezy.
slushy.
Oh, for
Jerry
sure.
freezer beer.
That's a good slushy. That
gonna
would be
save
a
this for
slushy
the-
worthy beer,
for our
um,
bartender, $10.
you know. And don't let me like drop a little something extra in it. You're gonna go like,
I
oh,
would
okay.
say drop a little vodka shot.
And
in
it
there.
will freeze.
That will take it to the next.
That'll take it to the next level. It will take it to the next
A little
level.
bit of Everclear or something.
No, this is really good vodka. Don't do bad vodka. Do really good vodka to accentuate the flavors you want.
Ask Prince. What would Prince do? That's all you have to ask.
Prince don't drink. All right.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot.
Prince was very clean in his later life. All right, leave my man alone. Did no drugs. I don't care what people say out there in the world.
Yeah, we're not getting in this argument. I don't care.
You already got most of your video that's gonna be chunked. we can't get into everything like that. No.
No, Prince was good. You know, ask the chef and all. He was. He did not do drugs or alcohol.
What led us to the conversation about race?
Your trip to Iowa.
No,
and then
before that, we were talking about
brewery
something.
minorities.
You were talking
Being
about
thankful.
the post you did, and the post that I shared too about the way our industry is growing, and that's the reason why I put it there, because I took the information as like, look at the way our industry is growing. We should be thankful for that.
This is true.
And I couldn't think of anything else to make. I was like, okay, that's
I thought it was really
perfect.
cool that you shared us, by the way.
Yeah.
I should share more stuff.
That was like our biggest hits on Twitter. And Twitter is usually quiet for us.
Twitter's very quiet for us.
But
too.
it just like depends on the post, the type of post. Like sometimes we'll get like Facebook, sometimes it's Twitter, sometimes it's Instagram.
Twitter can be, so two things on Twitter.
I'm very inactive on Twitter, so I should not blame Twitter whatsoever.
So two things on Twitter, one thing on the diversity thing. I'm very happy for Dr. J with the Brewers Association for starting the I Am Craft Beer hashtag, because it did bring a lot of people who are in the brewing industry. It brought them to the front, and it brought the diversity of that brewing industry to the front. So I'm really happy about the I Am Craft Beer. Now, what typically happens with beer Twitter, though, is that you have a lot of hot takes. So it can be quiet unless you like go for a hot take, either against a brewery or just a type of beer. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no.
So that's why I do the pop on Twitter, just talk some shit about people. 'Cause I can do it.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, if you do that on Twitter, you know, like if you do want to say, you know what, this is the opinion about this beer, changed my mind.
I'll shit on everything outside of Texas real hard. Name a big brewery, I'm gonna shit on it real quick.
See.
I'm gonna be like, is it black owned? No. Is it Latin owned? No. Is anyone know he's working for that community? What's that one that got in trouble for being racist?
Founders.
Founders. That's the conversation from way back. But anyway, back to this Wee Heavy. It's the bourbon barrel aged Scotch Strong. So everybody here loved it. I haven't tried it yet. So cheers. Thank you guys. Oh, this is good. This is really good.
I need cans. I need more cans.
Yeah, this is really good.
This was one of the ones that I got more cans of, and I say that right there is delicious. Unlike Scotch ales, shout out to Petacolas, because when I first met Dreads, when I first met Jared, I had a chance to taste.
Innovation?
Huh?
Is it when Innovation is the?
Oh no,
No,
their,
no.
their Scotch ale is actually. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting it right now. Yeah, when Invention is there, went to
They
their
do
spice ales.
Scotch ale, Royal Scott.
Royal Scott, because we met at a comic book store, and he had Velvet Hammer and had Royal Scott, and I'd not tried it before. I said, "That's delicious. What is that?" He said, "It's Royal Scott." I said, "Oh."
They won a silver medal for it at GBF, I think. Yeah,
It's a really good beer.
that's one of their like higher awarded beers, cool beers. But in terms of, I don't know, sales wise, I don't know how well it does. I'm not saying it doesn't do well. I just don't know.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause
Scotch
you don't see it all the time.
You
It's-
don't.
It's
Scotch
it's
ales,
seasonal. Yeah.
I guess that's great about it, because with them and then with this from Intrinsic, it's just really tasty.
Yeah.
I love the flavor, so I love it.
And if for people who now can't see the board on Craft and Growlers, I'm very thankful for Craft and Growlers. I'll do a special shout out at the end of this show. But Wintervation's right up there, and I could have looked over to my right and saw that it wasn't a Wee Heavy or a Scotch Ale. Wintervation's right up there.
I'm thankful
Oh, Winter
for
Invention, I love it.
Yeah.
not having to look at a chalkboard anymore because I couldn't read the handwriting because everyone couldn't write. I'm thankful for digital pour.
Shout out to the.
If you've been to Craft and Growler long enough, you remember the chalkboard.
So I'm thankful for Craft and Growler for the space.
Yes.
One of the things that they did for my Pride Share is that they actually donated to a charity, like a beer, $1 from each beer, to a particular LGBT charity that really meant a lot for me doing it here at Craft and Growler.
Yeah. Shout out to Robert and Todd. And
Most
the crew.
definitely, most definitely. Also, So, tap rooms. It's great to have a tap room, and I know that it's good to have a space. Many times you go into some tap rooms, you have a lot of picnic tables.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that while there is a bench here, more of a community seating here at Crouch and Growler, one, it's big enough.
Yes.
Because
it's 30 in us.
big boys sit on it. And
Me too. He's not the only one.
and it's just because I go to other places and the picnic benches, and it's just
example,
like
as much as we love Celestial here, that table by the brewery set,
Yeah.
over there, those tables and those benches are the absolute worst.
The seesaws?
Those seesaws are the absolute worst.
Okay, so while people may not say a whole lot about this particular brewery, the stools that they have are for the big boys. And I'm going to give a shout out to 9 Band in Allen. So 9 Band has these like square seats, these square stools at the front. I mean, you can sit your whole self. You can sit your whole self and your spirit on that chair. It's great.
We need more seats like that.
A shout out to 9 Band for that.
9 Band. I've never been to 9 Band. I need to check them out. Thank you for the big seats. No, thank you for these seats. No, Crouch and Growler is the best. Robert and Todd do a lot for the community. They always look out for anybody who's interested in doing like a charity event. Reach out to Crouch and Growler, email to Todd and Robert, or just a general email they have there on their website, and ask about doing an event. They're more than welcome. Work with you and figure out a date and time to figure it out. And they're always willing to donate and do some kind of fundraiser.
And there's food.
And there's food here, yes.
Yes.
But
so shout out to their menu because the food this year, they have
good.
food for meat eaters and for vegans. So that's
and it's getting
nice.
better and better. The menu's getting better and better.
And it's affordable.
Yes.
That's important. I mean, you've got delicious beer and affordable food.
If you want to do a charity event or just come hang out or do a party here, you're more than welcome to accommodate. I love these guys. They always accommodate us. If you find out why are we doing a show here constantly, it's usually his last minute idea. Outside of Beer Week and Update, there's a schedule always here. But outside of that, if I have a last minute scheduling conflict or something that falls through, I know I don't have to ask, but I do ask Todd and Robert if I can do a podcast here, and they always say yes.
Yes.
Every single time, no questions asked. And they always have enough space to hold us here. So I love them guys, and I'm very grateful for them. So.
Plus, if you enjoy the arts, the great thing about Crouch and Growler is that it's near Music Hall. So if you want to enjoy a show, or if you're here and you want to enjoy something that's going on in Fair Park, it's right across the street.
Yeah.
And there are museums in the area. It's just a nice place to hang out, and you're not very far from Deep Ellum.
Nope.
So,
I love this place.
Deep Ellum. I appreciate the fact that Deep Ellum is giving. They have 3 breweries now.
Westlake. Shout out to Westlake for opening up.
3 breweries now and a cidery.
Brandon did a collab with them this week.
Yes.
If you don't want to see me, you will see me in the industry.
Okay, so with what you've done this year, I mean, your videos, you have been just cranking out content. You've been giving the Beer Weekend updates. You've been giving these fuller conversations. I mean, you really have just been cranking out a lot of content. So I'm very thankful for, and especially given the beer journey that you've been on. Because like when I first saw you in the studio on Facebook, you were very quick to say, okay, I don't really know anything about beer. Mm-hmm. Even though there's a podcast in the area that I know nothing about beer, you were like, oh no, I'm seriously don't know anything about it. Yeah. And you really picked up a lot of things. And so I shout out to you for.
First of all, thank you. I still don't know anything about beer, but
you've gone from like everyone's been showing the memes like you weren't even Baby Yoda, you were an egg when I first met you.
About beer, definitely.
And you just made me sit on a fucking egg carton while Sean and Fat Boy talked about whatever they were talking about.
I was drinking. What was they drinking?
You were drinking
margarita.
Lime-A-Rita.
Lime-A-Rita. I was drinking Lime-A-Rita.
So you were a little egg, and then like. I was like, I like this guy. I was like, he talks about craft beer, but he fucking doesn't know anything. But he wants to learn. I could tell you wanted to learn and you were willing to learn. So like, you turned into Baby Yoda. And I think you're not Yoda, obviously, you're in between. I think you're still learning, though. And
So
you're
what-
absorbing. The cool thing about learning, though,
You
is
know
you're
who-
not scared to learn. That's the biggest
no,
thing.
I'm not also not saying like I know anything. The thing about people, and I find like with people, for my job, I train
Yeah.
new people in the industry. What I always try to teach people is like, it's okay. I don't know everything, and you might ask a question you might not know.
Right.
I'm not scared for you to ask that question
Right.
because at the end of the day, I have experience you don't have. I'm
Right.
trying to share that to you, and you have experience I don't have,
Right.
and I'm willing to absorb that. But it's always been willing to take the things like I don't know. That's okay. The I don't know is not scary. It's fine. So I take that with the same thing about learning about beer. But you know who that really got me on a journey to be appreciative about I don't know anything about beer, but I want to learn more? Petty Colas. Petty Colas was the first brewery who came on the podcast, which was like a random email because my other host was like, hey, let's get breweries on the podcast. Even though it was just a drunk show in the beginning. We were just drinking to get drunk. We emailed breweries. So I emailed a few big breweries like Petty Colas. And I'm not putting quotations, they are big for our market. And I don't mean to be disrespectful with air quotes, but they're not Bud Light or none of that, right? But they're well known, respected in the industry. And there's a Know Nothing podcast about getting drunk that they can look up about and say no to. I emailed them and a few other bigger breweries like Community. And then I emailed a new brewery like Manhattan Project at the time, was a newer brewery, and the funny thing about it, Manhattan Project and Misty emailed us immediately, and so did Petty Colas, and I'm just like, that's fucking interesting. And they were the Petty Colas just so happened that the way the schedule worked out, they're the first one to come on the show, and they showed us love and respect, and ever since we've always been love and respect for Petty Colas. And they're the reason why I want to find out more about the industry because they were so open to critique about how I felt about beer.
So, like I said, I've built our. I wouldn't say we copy everything they do because we're doing different styles than them and all that stuff. But like the business side, like the way they function, like you got an email coming in, the right people responding to those emails is they're getting back to you instantly. Whether it's a hey, no, we're not interested, or yes, it's a podcast, yeah, all day. Like you're never not gonna say no to a podcast unless it's just doesn't make sense.
Sure.
I've said no to a podcast, kind of, yes.
But it just, for me, I have the love and respect for Petty Colas. Love and respect for Petty Colas always, just not because they emailed back and came on a podcast.
That's always cool.
It's always cool. That is a cool part of the story.
Because you can look up the person you're doing it with and be like,
Yeah. So they, besides that being cool, just from Dreads, Michael Finley, is his last name Finley? Or
Yeah,
Finn?
Finley.
The whole crew, as far as the people who work at the bar.
is that who came on?
No,
Dreads and Finley?
No, it was two brewers.
Burnleg?
Burn.
It was the girl brewer and the male assistant brewer was a woman.
Was she still? No, she wasn't there anymore.
She went down to. She came on twice. She went down to Houston.
Oh, Georgina?
Georgina.
Oh,
Yeah, Georgia. And then
she's Bay.
Burnleg is Martinez, right? Chris
Georgina's
Martinez?
Bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is Chris Martinez.
Yeah. So Chris came on. It was
Is
two.
it Chase?
Chase. Chris Chase and Georgina came on
Is
the
it
podcast.
Chase? I thought it was something else.
Chad or something like
Chad,
that?
it is Chad. Yeah, yeah.
So they came on and they came on the podcast with 2 coolers full of beer. And they're like, I don't know how drunk you guys want to get, but we get fucked up if you want to. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. And that's what we did. We got it started in the studio. But they're the reason why we moved forward. But that's just cool and they're nice. And then every brewer from there, for the first 5 brewers that came on, was just super cool. We had Bitter Sisters, Matt came on. What's his name, Matt? Or
Which
Ron?
one? Erringer?
Both of them.
Okay. Erringer's my
They
guy.
both
I
have
like.
the same name. Is
I like-
right? The two
There's 2
owners-
Matts. There's Matt Erringer and there's Matt
Yeah,
D,
the owners
which I don't
are,
know.
Yeah, business you said?
Matt D
yeah.
and Matt E.
Yeah.
And they're both, their wives are the
Sisters.
sisters.
Yeah, I got the whole
Because
story.
all the women are the sisters.
Yes. Right,
That's why
right.
Bitter Sisters is the name of the brewery.
So,
But
They're
that
all
was
from
my main
Oklahoma,
reason
yeah.
for Westlake because I know Peter was there.
yeah.
That's the only reason I knew.
Yeah, that's.
And
so,
no offense, that's the only reason I cared.
Well, Peter's super nice though. Peter, shout out to again back to bring it full circle. Shout out to Peter at Westlake.
Yeah, indeed.
But everybody at Westlake seems nice from the old. I like. The,
Oh yeah,
I like
when
the venue.
but I would never have stepped in if I. Well, no, you know what? I stepped in not knowing Peter worked there, but I would never have stepped in again. I mean, owner was really, really nice, but Peter is a connection that I know from another brewery.
well,
and he
connection
knows.
means everything, right?
Yeah.
But
Relationships are key.
It's
Sam
true.
is nice. I met Sam. He seemed really nice, and he's really talkative, and I think he's gonna be good at his job.
Who's Sam?
I think he's like the marketing.
Marketing. He's marketing.
Taller guy, very nice gentleman.
I wish I had a picture of
If
it.
you watch the episode with Westlake talking about industry night, you can see him. He's in the video. Really nice guy. But anyway, from the owner to
I need
Sam,
to subscribe.
yeah, you should subscribe. And to Peter, as far as his beers, I did like his way he did his. I'm saying we heavies now, but
Oh, Scotch Ale.
the Scotch Ale.
Leg day.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Leg day.
It is the same style.
But it's I feel like it's different.
We have a Scotch Ale. It's a same thing.
Same thing. So,
Yes.
but what he did with his strain of his Scotch Ale, he worked the yeast strain to finish. So he got the stronger ABV into a very weak version of it. And I like the transition. You could tell where it was dying off. And it was like,
Okay.
it still worked out. So it's 3 different versions of his Scotch Ale, and it was really, really interesting.
So like the
You
thing
see what I'm
about,
talking about? I mean,
so
he's
we
talking about
heavies-
yeast strains. This is what I'm talking about.
What do you think, Jared? You've been
ABV
sitting here
things.
quiet.
Yeah, sorry, keep talking.
I'm listening. I'm enjoying the conversation around it.
Smoke in the water.
Smoke in the water. Our last beer from Intrinsic.
So, Smoke in the Water was originally a collab between Intrinsic and Humperdinks.
Yeah, I was about to think. I thought we were gonna smoke beer. I was about to.
What's Humperdinks? Are they still around?
They're not around anymore.
They shut
In
down.
fact,
Making a mess. I'm thankful for making a mess.
Aaron, who used to brew for Humperdinks, is now brewing for Cedar Creek. Specifically, the Cedar Creek, I think that's going to be
Carrollton.
yeah. Because I think this was one of his bad boys.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is Cedar Creek trying to come down to Carrollton? Tell them to get out of my town.
They're going up to Carrollton.
I thought they were north already.
Now they're south.
They were
They're in
actually in
Gumball
Pilot
City.
They're in Pilot Point. They're like a
That's
long way away.
far as hell, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta
So
take
Ooh, that smells delicious.
take 20 and
see,
go.
you take, see,
that.
even on your wrist, you're like going, oh.
Yeah,
This
you look
is
like
good.
a woman.
It is good though. Look and smell that. First of all, before we go any further, let's drink this beer. Like this shit is delicious. Yeah, I might want it as a cologne. That maple in here.
Okay, so I was gonna say maple is bigger on the nose for this one, and
Try it. I want you to try it because this has been sitting out in my fridge for about a week and a half.
oh, okay.
This, okay. I don't want to hate on the last one.
This beer is everything. Beers are getting better. and
The
better.
last, like not the last beer, the last version.
Yeah.
I just smoke beers. Just I hate smoke beers.
So I'm a big smoke beer fan. In fact, were you?
I smoke weed. I smoke cigars, but I don't want to smoke beer.
See, it's like with smoked meats, right? I like the flavor
And I hate
of
smoked meat.
smoked.
I hate it. Smoked turkey? No. No. Smoked meat? No. Keep
So
going.
keep
no.
going with
Keep
you.
going.
No, I
I'm
mean-
sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm being rude and interruptive.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I mean, see, Dom,
Dom is like that.
it's okay. Dom says, okay, I have good looks, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep on just doing it. But no.
I think Queen Amy would have to.
No, I love the flavor. I love a smoky flavor. Now, this is a lot lighter in the smoke. It used to be a little heavier, and it's a lot more maple on the nose. But I'm kind of that guy who loves like peaty Scotch, so I love really smoky
So you like
stuff.
mezcal, like the mezcal bar right next door.
Why am I like late to mezcal?
So that's
I'm
weird. Because
fairly
I like
late to
mezcal. And I
That's
like peaty
smoky
scotch.
whiskey.
I want substance to my smoke.
So, do you like the Grodziskie by Live Oak? It's like 3.2%. It's like a smoked Polish beer.
You talk about like a Liechtensteiner kind of style?
Well, Liechtensteiner, now, Barrett did Liechtensteiner, the Smoking Lit.
That was pretty good.
Which
That
was
was-
done well. I liked it.
Now, Grodziskie by Live Oak is more of a Polish beer, so it's a table beer. It's only like 3%, but it's got a little bit of smoke to it.
I don't think I've tried it.
And then at the
But I know what you're talking
share,
about. I don't think I've tried it.
at the share, we had something by Hammerheart, and it was a smoked
I tried it.
Hefeweizen.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, because Joey made me try it.
Can I say something about this? What I really was interested about. You said it has a little maple more to the nose, but I taste more maple on my tongue, and it's definitely more on the nose. But maple goes through very heavy.
Especially on
In
my
my
burps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's there. It's totally there. In the it's like I get more of it though. Like the first thing
Yeah,
you
like on
get
my
into
wrist.
it, it's like maple.
I smell like I put maple syrup on my wrist.
Yeah,
I smell my wrist. I smell like I put maple syrup on my wrist as a perfume.
I don't know. It smells weird now.
I mean at least you're not smelling like maple and sage because at this point it's like it's breakfast.
Now this is delicious. This is a perfect way to end this quick Drunksgiving.
There's one more.
Oh, we have one more. Yes, we do have one
Thanks.
more. We do have one more. I lied. But this is a great way to end Intrinsic's part of Drunksgiving. It's perfect. I love you, Carrie. I love you, Intrinsic. Wish you more success in the future.
Happy 4th anniversary.
Oh, that's next week.
4th anniversary. And this is 7th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy 4th anniversary.
The funny thing about their 4th anniversary is going to be close to our 3rd anniversary as a overall podcast. The show itself is only about 1.5 to 2 years old, but doing this podcast.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do anything for my birthday.
Me neither. My
Jesus.
birthday's on the 1st. And it's
My birthday's on the
second,
6th.
and my dog has an appointment on the 2nd.
So what are you both? What Capricorns?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay.
Well,
You're Sagittarius.
well, they made a new one. I fall into the new one, but I'm technically a Sagittarius, yeah.
What's
okay.
the new one?
It's like some weird animal. I don't know.
So wait, Sagittarius, you're both fire signs?
Yeah.
It's funny. I mean, this makes sense that an Aries would be with Sags, the Sagittarius. So the whole fire thing. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why we're the only ones who showed up for this. Yeah, fire signs.
But this is good. I mean, I really enjoy this beer. And you know what? Shout out, thankful to Intrinsic
Yes.
for one of the most affordable
Oh my God.
meals
Yes.
that will get you right together.
Yes.
I
Preach.
mean, you get that macaroni and cheese, get a
Tell
little
'em.
brisket on that bad boy,
Or turkey, whatever you want, but brisket definitely is what I
or
think.
sausage. And I mean, it will get you right together. So I'm very thankful
How
for
much is that?
$5.
Less than $5.
Holy shit.
I mean,
I think it's like if the mac and cheese is $3, then $1.50 to add the meat to it.
right?
Damn.
Oh my God. And it's big. The Intrinsic doesn't do anything small. So I'm gonna put this picture up right now. But if you look at the picture I'm showing right now, that it's like a school tray. And when you ask for a salad from them, it's $12. But it's a school tray full of meats, salad, cheese, everything you want, guac, avocado. It's just a fucking tray of food, bro. And it's just like for $12, I'm basically feeding like 3 people with this salad.
Right.
And the mac and cheese is basically a plate full of mac with meat on top, overflowing with meat. Like it's
It's good. Even their nachos has that same tray. There's nachos and just the
loaded
brisket nachos. Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely same tray. Basically, if you have it in front of you, it's basically my arm's length right now, and it's just full of nachos, cheese, and meat, and then jalapeno, whatever else you want to put on
Yeah.
it, vegetables.
So
Like shout out to Intrinsic for trying to feed the community. You know,
Indeed.
with every plate. God damn. You know, Jerry put me on to that, and every time I go up there, so it's like
Man.
I don't know what the order. I was like, I don't know what your budget is, but you got 5 kids. I'm saying get the mac and cheese and meat on top because that's only $5.
It's only $5. I mean, it does the do, and it's just nice to have that.
So we got a new False Idol beer.
It's
It's that False Idol exclusive. It's that new.
s'mores false idol.
It's one of the 12 beers he made this year, but you may not have tried it. So is it called S'mores?
Just there's no name. No name.
No name yet.
All right. So it's that False Idol new with no name.
S'mores Imperial Stout.
S'mores Imperial Stout.
Oh, wait a minute. It had no name.
There's no name, that's what I'm saying.
But
Oh,
It's
it's a
a
style.
I'm telling you what you're gonna get. It's a s'mores.
What happened here?
That's
That's
the,
the-
no.
He
That's
dropped that other stuff.
No, remember when I
He
popped
nasty.
open the
Oh, I was like,
the smoked beer?
Put Prince on it. He'll soak it up. No,
Prince
no.
don't drink. Hold on, I almost did it for a second.
His head will
Prince
suck it
don't
up.
drink. Prince don't drink.
His hair will suck it up.
Prince don't drink.
no.
Get those napkins.
We're gonna clean up a little bit.
All right.
Cheers.
Yes.
This is the
oh,
perfect way
yes,
to end
my
the
friend.
podcast.
That right there. So do you?
Wow.
So you're. There's a campfire near here. We're not near a campfire right now, but there's a
I
campfire.
thought you said you
near
don't
here.
like smoke. It has like the s'more smoky like flavor when you. do
You've
it.
got the graham cracker and the marshmallow and chocolate,
That's what I'm saying. Like
but you
And it's
do-
13.1%.
it's 31%.
Yes.
He slid that in real quick. How easy? Oh, so you like that, huh?
That's how we do.
Similar to Celestial's 10% beer they had the other day where we were drinking it and it was like, oh, I think it's only 7%. But like it's 10%.
It's like 23.
yeah. But it tastes like you take the s'mores, then you let the marshmallow smoke a little bit, and then you squish in the graham cracker, the chocolate. It tastes fuck. So tell me about this beer, man. What's up? This is delicious. Where can I get a can?
Nowhere.
God damn it.
Like I said, it's that
You can get
It's
stuff
that-
like this at False Idol in 2 months.
it's that False Idol exclusive. So
God.
you know you want to go ahead and this in the month of February,
Yeah.
just keep your calendar open, right?
Yeah, I'd say that.
False Idol is going to be opening.
I mean, if you're in the know, you're probably going to be there, but yes. Come on.
I mean, if
come
you're
out.
not in the know, you need to ask around. You know, if your friends don't know, change your friends.
Yes.
And then you should know when this is going to open because this, yeah, you might.
This is fucking dangerous, bro.
Return of the Stack was dope too, though.
Which one?
Return of the Stack. Plus,
Yeah.
was a good name.
It's a great name. That's the one you had at
Return of the
Observerfest.
Mac.
So people who didn't go to Observerfest,
You didn't even try it.
he didn't
No, I
go to
wasn't there.
Observerfest.
I wasn't
He was
there.
at Observerfest.
Return the stack.
We're friends. We
It
used
was,
to be friends,
it was
Jerry.
a 14%.
We're not friends anymore.
Maple style.
French
False
Toast
Idol.
Imperial Stout, 13%.
Because I haven't had a lot.
14%, wasn't it?
See, that was the only festival I was not able
I brought
to
it to
go.
two festivals, NITEX and Observer.
Which is the other one?
NITEX was like North Richland Hills. It was like $10 to get in.
Come on, man. It's like saying I brought it to
$10.
I brought it to the Allen Beer Festival. I'm like, what?
$10.
I mean,
Allen Beer
I
Festival.
know.
No one heard about Nine Stack.
I know.
I didn't hear about Nine Stack.
He said that. He said that was surety too. Oh, you don't know about Night Stack, bro? You ain't. I'm like, well, Night Stack.
Get new friends. Get
I
new
brought
friends.
hockey. It was a hockey beer festival. It was a little hockey rink,
No, so to answer the thing about
and I brought that, and everyone loved it because we're,
So
we're
the
down the
funny thing
street.
about it,
So we're down the street from the hockey rink. That's we went to that to show
the
up.
funny thing about this is that Zebberfest video about returning the stack, it's gonna drop in about a week. So I'm not
What
doing
the
that
Finally,
finally. But I didn't want to. I debated not dropping it at all because I edited it and I looked so drunk towards the end of that video
Which video?
of Zebberfest.
Oh, okay.
So
you weren't there because you didn't try it. So
So
thanks,
uh,
thanks, Jerry.
I'm gonna end this podcast telling the story about how I got drunk at Observerfest. So
Thanks, Jerry.
How did I get it? I mean,
I'm so upset with you.
I'm so upset at you, Jerry. If you were there, I wouldn't have got drunk.
It's true.
it's one thing if guys blame me for getting them drunk, but I had nothing to do with that. That's something.
You could have stopped me from getting drunk.
Yeah, I know you would have stopped him.
No, this is what happened. So Dom was informed that you had to be there. They had to be all set up by 3. So Dom was all set up by 3. Most people at Observerfest wasn't, but Dom was informed you had to be set up by 3.
No, I was just trying to make sure my guys were there on time.
Well, I assumed everybody was gonna be ready by 3. So I thought if I get there early by 3, I could do pre-interviews with all the breweries that I wanted to have interviews with or had an opportunity to do an interview with,
Right.
to talk to them, and then show the end of the video how Observerfest gets busy and how it gets packed and how fun it is. But that's not how it happened. When I got there at 3, nobody was set up. Everybody's still working, so I didn't want to impede on them setting up,
Right.
Because it's very time crunch and stressful. So I ended up just sitting there drinking with Petty Colas, False Idol, Community, and they all had Big Boy beers, and they all wanted me to try the Big Boy beers before they even set up. So I did the 14% or 30% Return to Stack. I did the Jameson at Community, and then I forgot the other 12% Petty Colas they had. I think it was the Duke or something with something fruit variants. But anyway, I did those beers for 2 hours before the Observerfest even opened. And by the time Observerfest opened,
I drank that up too quick.
I was done. So when you watch this video, Observerfest, know this. I know I'm drunk. I know I make no sense towards the back half of the video. But I wasn't driving. I did not drive home.
You know what?
I had
And
a
that
ride.
I'm glad that right there is at the end of the day. I mean, So we enjoy beer, and we enjoy doing a lot of stuff with beer. But it means something when I can come into a place and I can see you guys again.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, like, you know, like we say on the Modern Brews and Beats podcast, I mean, if you know you're going to be too lit, you know, either slow down, grab some food, whatever, or get a ride home, because we want to see you again. So that I'm very thankful for, because of all the crazy things that can happen, it's always good to see you guys again.
On that beautiful note, we want to end this beautiful Thanksgiving, Drunksgiving, and this beautiful Drunksgiving with saying thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Again, don't drink and drive, like Jerry said. Get a ride, or what we say on Dallas Beer Talk, take a lift. Have fun. With more information about False Idol coming up, follow False Idol on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. NTX Beer, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Also, Modern Beats and Brews. You can check them on any podcast source you want to listen to. The latest episode is the Bottle Share that Jerry had 2 weeks ago, that he interviewed a few people at the Bottle Share.
Sure.
It's very fun. You get to hear me sing, or attempt to sing, Harbor Boys, but listen to them as well. Also, shout out to other podcasts if you want to look for beer podcasts. I know nothing about beer.
Al the Brewer.
Al the Brewer. I know
Haida.
nothing about beer.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh from Community, he has a podcast called Redefining Relationship. He has all new equipment, all new drops, new logo coming soon. Check them out too. I love those guys. You guys have a great holiday weekend. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Thank you.